futility. And talking about taboo things, okay? Jesus is taboo, right? But let's say evolution and all these other things. These things, Big Bang Theory, okay? We talk about these things in class, and these things are we say, oh, that's good, that's right, that's true, and that's science, that's correct. Everything happened as a result of random chance. Okay, that at large, that's how everybody thinks the world came to be. That just out of millions and millions of possibilities, just nabuo lang yung world. Okay, and everybody says that's true. That's science, kasi and that's widely accepted. But what if I took, let's say, 5 rocks, okay, and I positioned them in a star, the points of a star, okay? If I put it there and then I went away, and then you guys passed by, one of you passed by and saw it, what would you think? Would you think first na random lang yan, or would you think somebody arranged that? What's the first thing you would think? Somebody arranged it, stones just don't, or let's say 10 stones and I make it a circle, okay? When you pass by, you don't go, ay, ang galing. You don't do that, right? You go, okay, somebody was playing something here and there's this, okay? Because it's too complex to be random. A little circle of stones is too complex to be random. What more the earth? What more the billions of human beings that live in it? What more the unsearchable things of the soul? We laugh, we love, we hate, that's all chance. It's all random. And that's science. Let's not have blind faith. Let's just have science. Are you serious? Think about what you're saying. How senseless is that? It takes more faith to be an atheist than it does be a Christian. Because you're making up stuff. Just look at what's around you. There's so much design. There has to be a designer. And for you to simply deny that, it's a bias on your part. It's futile. I would say the world loves this. The world loves this notion of there's no God. Let's not talk about Him. It's all random chance. The world loves this because the world does not want to be accountable to anybody. Because if I was made by someone, that means I'm made for someone. And my life is not independent of that one being. We so want to be independent. We want to be gods in our own right. But look around you. There's the sun. They are darkened in their understanding, alienated from the life of God because of the ignorance that is in them, due to the hardness. It's so easy for people to dismiss God. And it's really sad. And I wonder if in our minds, somehow we've come to believe the lie. We've come to be intimidated by science. I graduated from a science high school and I graduated from UP as well. I love science. Science is based on observation. You look at it and you test it, but then you don't add bias and automatically say, no, there's no God. That's not science. There's a God, then you look for Him objectively and see if He's there. You don't automatically say, no, He's not there. That's not science. And so, in our minds, have we been intimidated? Been intimidated by the world and how it presses itself against us as something that knows the truth or claims copyright to what is real and what is good. I say, ruthlessly desire Jesus. In the secret place of your mind. You cannot let an inch of that darken your understanding. Verse 19, they have become callous and have given themselves up to sensuality, greedy to practice every kind of impurity. With regards to sin, okay? Sin that the world media and our culture, keeps throwing at us. Okay, whether it be greed for money or sexual sin or anything that parades itself as the life, living the life. Usually, a person's response to that would be, hey, what's wrong with that? having a little fun. What's wrong with that? And I'll be honest with everybody, sin is fun. There is fun in sin. Okay, I know that from experience, because I'm a sinner. But what's wrong with, a little fun? And people kind of push that on us. And even on our minds, we play with sin in our minds. And even the sin that says that Jesus is Baduy. We get that culture, and somehow in our minds we kind of believe it a little bit, and so we shy away from our friends, or we don't spend as much time with God as we should. We're slowly creeping in there, and we say, what's wrong with having a little fun? What's wrong with having a little fun? It's missing out on a lot of fun. It's missing out on an eternity of fun. I'm sorry. But there is a lot wrong with having a little fun, because you were made for an eternity of fun. That's why in verse 19 it says they have become callous and have given themselves up to sensuality, greedy to practice every kind of impurity. So it's impure, it's not complete, it's not a joy that's full, it's not a joy that's really going to fulfill your soul. Do you really want to live your life the way the world prescribes? I mean, think of the many millionaires that have killed themselves, or the celebrities that have killed themselves. You want to end up like that? I mean, they have everything. Why would you commit suicide? And if you know some drug addicts, I know one in particular who became a Christian, that sin is fun, but then it always leaves you just a little bit kulang, and then you need a little more, and then you need a little more, but you're never satisfied. And the thing is, we need to be objective about the things we enjoy. We can't just keep chasing after a little fun, because we need to have our life's goal in a lot of fun and an eternity of fun. And what I'm saying is that that's who Jesus is. That's who God is. The Bible says, at His right hand are pleasures forevermore. David, he said, one thing I ask, and that will I seek, is to see your beauty. Who here wants to travel? I dreamt about going to Korea yesterday. Okay, so you want to stick in the sights, you want to see the people, you want to taste the food, it's all awesome. It just tickles every bit of your senses, and you love to travel. And at the same time, you say that's all random, by the way. But we love that, right? But if the object, if the created thing is wonderful, what more the creator of it all, the genius behind all the pleasures that you see? That's God. And I know, and I apologize for many Bible-wielding people who have told you that God is a boring God. God is all about rules and regulation and ritual, and you wear the same things and you say the same, you look alike, and that He's a God of just uniformity. I apologize for all those who have wielded the Bible. Look at the world, it is very diverse. Look at the world, it is wild and rich and full. It is the tip of the iceberg, the tip of the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg of what God really is in all of His glory. And so, ruthlessly desire Jesus in the secret place of your mind. Don't let anything in your mind say that Jesus is Baduy. Maybe sometimes Christians are Baduy. I'll give you that. That's fine. You can say church is Baduy, sure. But never the Creator. There are 4 non-negotiables. The first non-negotiable is futility. I mean, talk about the senselessness of it all. The second non-negotiable is profit. And I went into profit a little bit already, but I'll share with you a little bit more. Verse 20. But that is not the way you learn Christ. Although a lot of us have learned Christ that way, and again, I apologize for that. Assuming that you have heard about